adult about it.
Yo, what's up, fellas?
Yo,
All right, I am English finally joined.
What's going on?
I'm happy you got some courage to come on.
I know I'm not chicken today, man.
Now,
Courage.
now about the trading bot. Do you think there's really a trading bot? Because with interest rates 1% averaging out to be 40% a month,
Yeah,
I mean it's possible because there
yeah.
was a similar offer with Bitcoin back in the early days. I forgot what his name was. I think his name was Trenton something, but he traded Bitcoin and he took on the Bitcoin savings loan and trust, I think, or something like that. And he was basically doing something similar where he was offering maybe 4 to 5% a day.
What I think that, excuse me, I think there's a rich dude somewhere and he gets it and he knows that, and I've seen people that are very smart say Bitcoin's going to be $500,000 in less than 5 years, right?
McAfee.
But yeah, maybe Mac. But plenty of people have said it, and so if you say, you got a guy that's rich and he believes that it's going to be 50K, right? He believes it's going to be a tenth of that. This is all a win for him, even if he loses a little bit for 5 years or whatever. And when you got $1 billion, you got trillion. Like some of these guys got $10 billion. 20.
Yeah, their funds are deep, man.
So if they're like, what do I do with $5 billion? And day trading, I did a lot of day trading, and that was always my rule. If I had enough volume, if I made 1%, I was out. I'd do that every day. Holy crap, would I have good years?
Well, that begs the question: is if this guy can just make 1% a day, why the fuck would he share it with all of you? Like if I'm a billionaire and I can make 1% a day on my billions of dollars, why the fuck would I share it with you?
I would never share it.
Yeah,
Nope.
Isn't that illogical?
I would think so.
Well,
So my question is to you, Eric. Have you met anyone, know anyone who's actually gained their principal back plus their interest payments?
Yes.
With the Bitconnect.
Yes.
Okay.
There's lots of people.
Well, did they get it back on referrals? I mean, because there's also a referral program in there as well. Is that correct?
Yes, there is a referral program in there.
Well, I'll tell you from my personal experience, I put my 210 in. So like the first 3 weeks, I think I only reinvested $10 twice. Today I had 14 reinvestments and I'm on day 38.
You've been killing it, dude.
So I'm sorry, I didn't do 14 reinvestments. I had 14 different payouts from different reinvestments I've done in the past days. And it's not from referrals. I don't have any. I mean, I have like $200 that I got whatever, $15.
That's your minimum, right? The minimum that you put a loan out is $200.
No, it's 100.
No, it's 100.
Okay,
yeah.
So you double down on the minimum amount. Okay.
And I have two friends that did the same thing, but they each put in $100. So I got a little bit of theirs. I got $7 off each one, so I got $14 there. So besides that, I got nothing else, and I'll be reinvesting tomorrow. I did a $10 one yesterday. I'll do a $10 one tomorrow. If I was just taking $5 at a time, I'd be killing it.
Okay, and then there's also when you go on to Bitconnect, some of the videos that I've seen, they show like one person on top, then below him are like 4 people, and then below those 4 people there's like 8 people.
Yeah.
And below those 8 people there's like.
You're talking about on the referral
pyramid scheme.
The referral.
No, it's a referral program, but I've seen that being represented, and it looks a lot like how OneCoin was pitching to people, and some other.
Well, when you think about
coins.
it,
why is Bitconnect different than some of those other programs? Can you explain to me that, or what's your logic in thinking that this is different?
But me?
Me, Eric,
or you,
or it
you
doesn't
or
matter?
English, anyone who, obviously you two are participating in the program.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah.
this be any different than some of the other programs out there that I've kind of seen in this space using cryptocurrency? I mean, there's other stuff. You use it with soap. When telecom became deregulated,
Oh
you use it
yeah.
with phone service.
I mean,
Electricity became
Ponzi's
deregulated, it was
Ponzi's aren't
electricity.
new. They're not new at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
the fact is that in our world, whether in all business, just about everything uses a Ponzi. The scheme part comes in when you're doing something shady.
Like what would be shady? Because and explain
Shady
what
is
business is a Ponzi, because I don't believe all businesses are Ponzi's. I know there
No.
have been businesses that have used a Ponzi scheme. A good example
yeah,
would
they
be
use the
Enron.
model. Yeah, Enron used that, and man, that was horrible. A lot
Well,
of
they used a black box. Basically, they didn't reveal any information to their accounting. They just said, "We just made money. Here's the numbers."
here's the numbers,
But
and
they didn't
people
show
were
anybody
okay with
how they
that.
made the money.
Right. No, I wouldn't consider Enron a Ponzi scheme, but essentially you can take, as Eric talked about, the Social Security program that we have in the United States is technically a
I was going
Ponzi
to say
scheme because
the biggest Ponzi scheme.
yes, yeah. So right. So you've got we're paying into the fund now, but those dollars are going directly out and paying the people who are the beneficiaries of the program. So that, to me, I don't know. That's really truly what a Ponzi scheme is. It's paying.
I guess you could say that's some kind of
It's a
Ponzi,
Ponzi,
or
but
some
it's
kind
not
of
a
pyramid.
scheme until
But
the
that's
money
why it's also
disappears.
called a social security program. I mean, everyone pays into it to the people who've already participated. Unfortunately, no one factored in inflation and other costs that really fucked it up. Um, but I don't see how this is connected to Bitconnect. How it's
Well,
being
it would
promoted
be
and
considered a scheme if it disappeared. If
I'm
this,
sorry, what was that, English?
I was saying if Social Security disappeared, then it would be known as a scheme because nobody would be getting paid. You know what I mean? It's I think the stigma between Ponzi scheme and what we're used to seeing is that it is a model that can work, but so many people abuse that model, and then they take off with people's money. And it's gotten a bad rap.
The issue.
So the issue for me is when I see things. Oh, go ahead.
Crypto blood talk.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, it's not that it works until it doesn't. I mean, that's it. But really, is if you can't get any new people to participate in the program, then it collapses. So that's by definition. So you have to ask yourself with the Bitconnect. I'm not. I've heard about it, but I haven't done any homework on it. So I'm just kind of giving you a forewarning on that. But if you don't have any new people coming into Bitconnect, will it collapse? And if that's true, then that's definitely a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, and the thing about Social Security is, you notice the people who are getting paid out aren't getting as much as before. I mean, it does adjust to how much is coming in, and so we can't really.
No. That's not true, because people live longer. They get like 4 times what they're supposed to get and what people got before. And to Crypto Blood, I agree with your statement if no one goes in, but if everyone stops going to McDonald's, it's dead too. And I guess
what are they selling?
We can call it whatever you want. And I've been in a lot of businesses, and you guys seem like really smart guys. And I think English said it. There are plenty of business models where you could infinitely, well, not infinitely, but a long way down, give kickbacks to grow your business. But it's very frowned upon. No one wants to get in on it, blah, blah, blah. But there are things like Cutco cutlery and pots and pans. They've been doing this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
you guys know, you've been around, right? Like, it's the same thing, but they are. What's that vacuum cleaner? Kirby. Right? But it's
my mom has one. Yeah.
They have a great product, and guess what? Bitconnect has a great product, and they have all the way through. Now, is it volatile? Yeah. Should you be very careful? Can Bitcoin go down to a penny tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's what I.
Let me ask you, what is Bitconnect's product? What are they selling? I mean,
They're
you're giving them
selling that they can trade better than you.
Basically, that's it in a nutshell.
Really? Okay.
I mean,
okay, so they can trade better than you to
that's
the
what they're
point where
selling.
they're gonna let you in on their trading secret.
Well,
No, of course
Well,
not.
no.
They're not going to let you in on the secret.
No, yeah, you're just reaping the benefits of
Listen
it,
to
it
me.
sounds
Like, if I was a trader and you came to me to invest your money, I would give you enough so that you know that you're somewhat safe. But I'm not going to give you or anybody else my secrets. I'm not going to tell you how I make money, because then that makes it more competition for me. That's just how it is.
Well, hold on. First of all, it's a volume deal. We're talking $10 billion a day or whatever, right? That's whatever. That if that guy's making 2%, what if his volatility interest is half of what he makes a day? Because 2% on a bot on the volatility of cryptocurrency, I mean, that's easy. That's
Yo, what's up,
easy.
YouTube? My bad.
Everything swings 2%.
Didn't mean to
today.
ignore y'all guys.
But the one thing I keep wanting to bring
yeah, we're
up,
having
the
a
other
debate
night
on
when
Bitconnect
it
right
crashed,
now.
and
Make
I
sure you share this
freaked
out
and I was
and
messaging
get
English
this out
like
there.
I was having a heart attack. I'm like,
oh yeah,
man,
you scared the shit out of me, man.
everyone's right. It's done, right? It's over. It dropped from 60 to 30, and I was watching the exchange, and it was interesting because there were sell orders, but it wasn't really that much volume. Maybe a couple thousand Bitcoin.
Yo, what's up,
but
Jedi
there was
Knight?
a sell order at $30 where it was at 60 that had it was like 10,000 Bitcoin in it. And I was like, if someone gets to there, and I have a feeling that is another way that they could make money, where if someone came in to try to purchase a huge volume, they wanted to put in their big loan. They're like, I'm in for 100 grand times 10. And they go to the exchange to buy it. That volume isn't there. So if you were the guy that owned Bitconnect, you'd have that sitting there all the time, a huge chunk sitting at half the value. So it would never go below that. So if someone wanted to buy it, they could buy you out. But then bang, as soon as that was gone, whoosh, it went screaming straight back up.
Okay, another thing about Bitconnect is that they have their own token.
Yo, what's up?
And
East
so
Coast Crypto.
can you explain that part? Because you give up your Bitcoin, and then you have some kind of, is it USD value that goes onto the loan, and then they have their own token as well that you have to trade through. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, basically. But what you're getting back, if you do the loaning process, you're not getting back BCC or Bitconnect tokens. You're getting back a USD value. You're getting back USD.
So the site offers you a number. Obviously, there's no US dollars, because if there was US dollars, they would have to be registered as an exchange and also be a licensed, I guess, broker or even a money transmitter. So there really is no US dollar. It's just a number on that platform that you think is US dollars. The only two things that are there that I guess you could say is real is definitely
It's the
the Bitcoin,
BCC,
because you sent it there, right? The Bitcoins that you sent it there, and then also the Bitconnect coins that are supposedly traded on the platform. And apparently there is an exchange, apparently, but nobody can actually trade on that exchange. Is that correct? Like you two guys have never received any Bitconnect to actually trade. Is that right?
What do you mean to trade, like with other people?
Well, to trade. So just the Bitconnect is only good on that platform, on the Bitconnect site. There's no other.
Yeah, there's no
anywhere.
there's no other coins on the site. Is that what you mean, or are you asking if there are other exchanges that trade Bitconnect?
Yeah, I'm asking that. Is there any other exchange that trade Bitconnect?
Yes.
Have any of you done that? Traded your Bitconnect tokens on that exchange?
I don't see any need to actually trade Bitconnect tokens. I just stack them and I exchange them for Bitcoin, and then I send
right,
that.
But only through the Bitconnect platform. Is that right?
Yeah, right now that's all I do.
Okay.
I am on Livecoin. They have it on Livecoin. I'm signed up with Livecoin, but for me, I don't really use it as a tradable token. I don't really see. I don't want to exchange it for really anything else. That's why I have other coins. But I mean, I mainly just hold. I don't really trade at all.
Oh, okay, no problem. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how Bitconnect works, because I could imagine they're using their token, which they generated from nothing, right? I mean, is there any white paper on the token itself?
Yeah, I sent you the link that has it.
Did you send them to GitHub?
I think you sent me the YouTube video.
Oh, what's in there?
But
They have the GitHub.
anyways,
GitHub.
they since I don't think anybody's mining it, so they must have generated the tokens themselves. So
No,
essentially, that's
you
also
can mine
nothing.
it.
You can mine it.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you mine it?
Let's see. All you gotta do is set up, go in the pool, register, and then use your I think you can use CG Miner. I don't know. I tried to set it up last night, and I was actually gonna live stream it, and I end up
So
mining something else.
Okay, so if you can mine it, then you should be able to receive Bitconnect tokens. Is that right?
Yeah, when you mine.
It's in Livecoin, Nova Exchange, Coin Exchange.
Okay, but none of you have actually had a chance to actually get any Bitconnect tokens outside of Bitconnect.
Managed or no? I have not bought any tokens. I haven't bought any BCC
Is
tokens.
there a Bitconnect wallet other than on Bitconnect?
Yes. You have your QT wallet. Well, it's not really a QT wallet. It's a little bit better, but it's basically the same thing.
Okay, but you have never received any Bitconnect tokens into your wallet?
No, I don't stake.
Okay, how about you, Eric? Have you?
No.
I have a wallet.
Do you ever plan on to? Because Bitconnect tokens are like $60. Don't you think you should hold those keys to yourself?
You can. What I've noticed is that some people have BCC in their wallets. I found that when you are staking any coin, you basically need a significant amount of whatever coin you're staking to be lottery picked or awarded staking rewards. So you can't just put one token in there and expect to stake that. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. I mean, I have a bunch of red coin, and apparently it's not enough to stake yet. So that's just how it is, man. I mean, BitBay is the same thing. I have like almost 20,000, and somebody told me on the Slack, they're like, that's not enough to start staking. You're not going to get chosen. You need more coins. I'm just like, well, that's stupid. So at Bitconnect, yeah, you're almost at $60 a coin. You know, you probably would have to have like over 500 coins to probably be chosen to stake.
Okay, so there's no real mining. It's just
No,
this is a proof of stake coin.
No, you can mine it too.
So you mine. It's a mineable coin with proof of work, and it's also a proof of stake.
Yes.
Okay, well, I wonder why nobody's doing it.
Some people are. I mean, there's a lot of people on the platform. I personally don't.
You know who?
I personally don't. I don't know anybody in particular. I know people that have a lot of Bitconnect coins. I don't think that they've tried to stake. Maybe, I don't know. You also have to leave your wallet open. I don't know if some people aren't into staking. Some people aren't into mining. But it's a great coin because you can do whatever your fancy is. If you like to mine, you can mine it.
But you don't mine at all or stake, is that correct?
Not in BCC, no.
Okay. I guess you find no value in doing that. It makes more money for you on BCC. Is that why?
It just doesn't.
That's why for me, 1% a day, yeah, compound, yeah. That's a lot of money.
For me, BCC is more about the lending process. I like the lending.
Yeah.
That's really all I really use.
Okay, who do you lend it to, and how does the lending work? Do you lend it to Bitconnect,
yes,
and then they do whatever they want with it?
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
Okay, what do they do with it?
They're trading it.
I mean,
they're just trading
I don't understand. It would be cool if we had other questions. I mean, I really like you, but you keep asking the same question. If you're coming to a point, come to it.
Yeah, well, here's my point is, if they're the ones who are trading it, and you're not trading it,
yeah,
then where is the money coming from? From people who are trading the coins? Like there has to be other participants in order for them to make money.
Let's see.
Every business needs customers to make money.
Yeah, that's my point. But they're trading it, and they're only trading the Bitconnect, right? Are they trading the Bitcoins, or are they trading the Bitconnect tokens?
You're putting up your money so they can trade in Bitcoin.
They're trading Bitcoin. They have Bitcoin.
Okay, then what's the point of the Bitconnect tokens?
I'd have to ask them.
Okay, well, here's my point is the reason why they have the Bitconnect tokens is they're leaving you with nothing.
They have to. Yeah, it's paper. Yeah, it's a paper trail, is what it is.
I mean, they generated these coins from nothing, and you're buying them essentially, and then you're allowing them to supposedly trade Bitconnect.
Isn't that essentially what we're doing with every coin?
That's exactly.
I mean, that's what you're doing with every coin.
They all come from nothing.
They all come from nothing.
It's all based on supply and demand.
You can go over to the Waves platform and create your own token today.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
It could be
that you guys are participating in a Ponzi. I mean, don't you think?
So that means all cryptocurrency is a Ponzi. It's intangible. You can't see it. You don't know where it came from. They just made it.
No, but like I said, the definition of a Ponzi is that you're paying the people that got in before you with new money, with the new people that come in.
All right, then how about is it a pyramid then? Would you say it's a pyramid?
The referral part is definitely like that.
Yes, I would say it's a pyramid, and then I would say what company isn't.
Well, here's the thing: like Waves platform and the Ethereum platform, they're just creating these coins out of nothing, and then they're giving them to you, right? And then a lot of people, what I think, a lot of ways, Ethereum, the platform itself, is very pyramid, almost like a Ponzi-like. I mean, the way you make money is to generate the coins, not buying the coins and selling them. I mean, you just generate them and you offer them to the public, and then you dump the Ethereum for money, and then you basically start another, ICO token. And that's kind of what I think has been happening. The reason why the price decline in Ethereum is because all those people who are raising the ICO money, they're dumping their Ethereum to cash out.
Do you mind if I invite a person in there?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about it. And so you're building this house of cards with Ethereum, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. Now, I know you guys may have a differing opinion, but with Bitconnect, I mean, what's the purpose of the Bitconnect token if they're just trading the Bitcoin? Why can't you just give them Bitcoin, and then they can just go ahead and do it and give you your 1%? What's the purpose of the Bitconnect token? I know you probably don't know. And if you don't know, you can just say you don't know.
I don't know, but I would guess they're building a token just like any other, and it's mineable, and they're trying to give it some value, and that's part of it. If people find it valuable, or if it becomes more difficult to mine, I don't know how difficult it is to mine. It might be easy.
Pretty difficult to mine. Takes a while. It's almost not even worth it. Unless you got a powerful rig.
Where all of a sudden no one's mining it anymore and there's none available, then holy shit, they might be worth $1,000 a coin.
Well, you talking about Bitconnect tokens?
Yeah, tokens. Yeah.
Then that kind of begs the question: is like, why aren't you guys holding any?
I've considered mining. I just did in the last 2 weeks. I've never done it before. Well, since PlayStation 3s, and
I have Bitconnect tokens. I just don't have it. I don't have any in my desktop wallet. Really no need for it to be there because I'm exchanging it all the time. So.
All right. Well, I'll ask this at this point in time if any of the audience members has any questions about Bitconnect, and maybe we can get different questions. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, so let's move on a little bit. I want to go to crypto blood.
Yo.
And Jedi Knight, how you doing, Jedi Knight? Are you a Jets fan?
Oh yeah, yes indeed. I'm a Jet fan.
All right, hold on. We're gonna let crypto blood talk a little bit. I'm gonna ask him about his plans for going. He wants to get into an ICO. Tell us some ICOs that you're interested in.
Yeah, so I've got a couple on deck right now. 3 of them in particular I like to talk about. TrueFlip. TrueFlip is a basically a lottery, a blockchain lottery, fully transparent lottery system or application website, and it's pretty cool. The UI and UX is awesome, and they actually just still to deal with DAO Casino, so they're going to be teaming up and doing some things together. So I really like that coin. They have a small float as far as tokens being initially released for the ICO. And they also pay a dividend on the house money that they get. So as a basically a proof of stake kind of situation where you get a percentage of the revenue based on the number of tokens that you have. So, and then the third thing, they have a working beta. So they sell about over 1,500 tokens a day. Not tokens, but tickets, I should say. And so they're making revenue. So that's awesome. So that's the first one. Rex is the next one that I'm looking into getting into. I think the ICO is at the end of this month, July 31st. So check that out. They are basically looking to disrupt the MLS real estate industry. So that's going to be neat. And the last one is Kick. So I'm sure you guys heard about Kick, the social media. That's probably going to be pretty hot. The float as far as number of tokens being issued is pretty high, but I feel like that could be a very popular one and have a lot of utility within their social media platform. So those are kind of the 3.
These platforms are mostly on the Ethereum platform. The
So Rex and Kick, I think, are ERC20. They kind of their application runs on with under that framework. But TrueFlip is actually a Bitcoin blockchain application. So they do accept Ethereum, Dash, and like 2 or 3 other tokens for the actual ICO raise. But and their token is an ERC20 token, but the actual web application they built on top of the Bitcoin blockchain.
Okay, and what are you expecting out of these tokens? Are you treating them like securities? I mean, you expecting some kind of you're buying these tokens as a way to invest into these platforms or these companies or these whatever their ideas?
Yeah, so for TrueFlip, that's definitely kind of my position on that. Seeing that you actually receive it's almost like dividends every quarter based on the house earnings. So definitely for TrueFlip. Rex and Kick, I'm not too sure. I don't think neither of those have any type of dividend share with their tokens. It's just more of a supply and demand. And the tokens are utilized within their platform. So that's another good, kind of good point. That's one of the kind of barometers I use for investing in ICOs. Are the actual tokens being used within the platform? Because then therefore that gives that token some demand. And, that's...
Now, what exactly is Rex? I know what Kick is, and that's a messaging, like encrypted messaging or private messaging platform that people use. What is Rex?
Rex is going to basically try. They're attempting to disrupt the MLS industry. So for real estate, so connecting vendors, buyers, and agents, in a very fast manner basically they're for listing properties. So you'll kind of be able to.
How does it work? How is it different than the regular MLS listing that we have now?
Well, it's decentralized, right? So with MLS currently, I'm not a realtor or anything, but from my understanding, you have to pay a certain fee for those listings to MLS, and then you can post your properties that way.
This is true.
With Rex, It's totally decentralized. So you essentially get paid for listing your own property.
How do they do that? How does one pay? You get
Yeah,
paid for
thousands
listing
of
your
people
own
should be in
property.
here.
Did
Make
I
sure you
hear you
smash
correct?
the like button and share it.
Yep.
So we can get it out
With the
there.
Rex token, so as people, let's say you put a property online, it acts as the currency for that particular property. So vendors, I'm just going to kind of give you a summary. Vendors and agents are paid in Rex tokens to list properties and provide market reports, property histories, and other information. These tokens can be exchanged within the platform for features such as creating a professional profile and promoting your profile across the network.
Okay. I'm highly doubtful on that one, but it's your money. You can invest it. What about Kick? Let me ask you about. You know what Kick is? I mean, do you know what Kick is used for?
I do. Well, so it's going to be used for some social media platform that already exists.
Yeah, the kick application.
Well,
What is it called?
The tokens are called Kens, I believe, or Ken or something.
It's called
Kens.
Ken. Kick is the actual app.
Yeah.
Kick is the actual app.
Do you know what people use Kick for? I mean, do you have any idea? I mean,
no.
They use it for like the sex trade. And doing like live porn, like live. People pay money, and they use Periscope and shit like that. I mean,
really,
that's why it's so popular.
Yeah,
you should hang out to one of these like sex social media sites. Everybody wants you to join Kick, and that way they can talk to you, and they probably talk to you and trying to get you to send money, send nude pictures, or it seems a little scammy. Seems like one of those dating kind of scams where you pay me money and I'll send you my picture and profile. We'll talk for lonely men.
That's funny. Well, so yeah, I didn't know the use of it in that aspect. I knew it was a social media platform, but as far as the ICO, I think you could possibly make a couple quick bucks with that.
Okay, you're just looking at a trading.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Okay, that's cool.
Profit.
You gotta make your money. That's why everyone's doing. And all right, let me go to Ozzy. Ozzy, long time no see, buddy.
What's up, brother? How are you, man? What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
All right.
What's going on?
Do you want to chime in? You want to chime in on anything, Ozzy? I know that's why you want to come in.
Well, no, I was actually just joking with you, but thanks for the invitation. I don't really study ICOs at all. I don't believe we need any more. All the ICOs are just a bunch of empty promises so far. We really haven't seen shit, just promises.
Right.
I'm more concerned with the top 3 right now.
All right, let's go to Jedi Knight. That's your name. I'll just introduce yourself, Jedi Knight. Tell us how you got into the space and what you did before.
What's going on, everybody? As you see, the name is Jedi Knight. I started in the crypto space. This is my second go round. My first time, I got wind of it in about 2011. I've been, really heavy into gold and silver for about 10 years, and in that space. I remember when, Bitconnect, not Bitconnect, I've been saying that so much, Bitcoin was starting to make its rounds in the gold and silver YouTube community. I was in that community, for a few years. And I remember my initial perspective on Bitcoin was that it was some sort of scheme or scam. My perspective at the time was, a little closed-minded. I looked at it as if you don't have it in your hand and it doesn't have intrinsic value, then it's really worthless. And I went from having that perspective to a few years later watching Bitcoin surpass the price of gold. And it kind of humbled me a little bit. And it forced me to kind of reevaluate my position when it came to Bitcoin. Because it's not about being right or wrong. It's more about identifying the trends. And when you can take your emotions out of it, which I was really emotional at that particular time, then I kind of realized that reevaluating Bitcoin and not really looking at the price, but kind of diving into what it is. Once I was able to discover what the blockchain was and that type of technology and what it means in society in general, it was kind of hard to deny. So I began to study up, and I would say a few months ago, about April or May, I kind of stuck my head into the YouTube community in the crypto space. And it just so happened at the very same time I came across Bitconnect. I started to, do my due diligence on that, and I figured that it was a good calculated risk, and I jumped in, and it's been pretty good ever since.
Well, Jedi Knight, what did you do before you got into this whole crypto space?
Like, what do you mean exactly?
Like, what was your background? Like, what did you all come in? I mean, that's kind of what I'm asking, because I want to get an idea, or at least the audience get an idea of what your background is. Like, because Crypto Blood is a web designer. He did some futures trading. I know Eric did some hunting and tools. I am English. Sorry, I don't remember what you did before. So I just share with the audience, so they get a good feel for you.
All right. Well, I'm originally from New York. I currently live in Europe right now. I'm in Germany. And when I was in New York, I was in the administrative field and detailed security. I also worked for myself as a club promoter for years. And that was well. And, eventually met my wife, got married, started making some plans, and then moved over to Germany, which I am currently a chef.
You're in Germany right now? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. What kind of cooking do you do? What kind of chef? Are you a pastry chef? What is it?
It's baking, actually. It's pastry. We call it Nachspeise here. It's a small place that I work for. It's called Schäfer's. It's really located here in Germany. I started out at a regular restaurant. It was called Enoch, but the hours was kind of just ridiculous. So what I did was I kind of pulled back from that and started something called an Ausbildung. That's basically, in English, it's an apprenticeship.
I don't think he's in.
And I started that. I went
he
through the baking portion, and then went to preparing and making the desserts and so forth. And I just caught a niche for that and been doing that ever since.
You speak German?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm not totally fluent. I'm not totally fluent, but I speak enough to understand what's going on around me.
Okay, so what is the crypto space like in Germany? Please tell us a little bit about that. Then I'll get into Bitconnect, and we can talk about that. But what is it like? Is it crazy? Because Germany was one of the most at the time when I got in was really opening up to Bitcoin, and then they kind of closed themselves down. So what is it? What's it like now over there? What's your sense?
Well, I live in a small town. It's about 60,000 people here. So, my feeling would be not a good, perspective, given if I was in a big city like Hamburg or, Munich or something like that. But there are people within the crypto space here. But the people that I have access to around these parts, you say Bitcoin and they look at you funny.
Yep.
So they still don't know.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's a really small space, man. There's not a lot of people that really deal with it.
It isn't.
You may have heard of Bitcoin, but they only heard of it because someone said it in passing on like some sort of news broadcast. People have heard of it, but they have no idea what Bitcoin is. There are, of course, some people who do, but there's still enough people in order for me to generalize in that respect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now tell us how you got into Bitconnect.
Yo,
and
what's
what
up,
attracted
Rocks?
you to it?
What's going on?
Just being, looking in the community in general. I just heard about it, and I can't tell you exactly who I heard it from.
He knows he wants to talk about Bitconnect.
To actually, I've never been up in this building, especially with me having a background to where I don't really, trust the banking system, and that aspect, people having, real money. So for me to actually look at a program like that, I had a bit of skepticism. But at the same time, I do understand that having passive income is really important.
Even if it gets too big, if you're in it already, you'll be good. You're going to be good to go.
I seen in regards to Bitconnect that, were a bit up in the air, but there was enough that I felt solidified the, my decision to actually take a chance on it. Okay,
explain to us how you think it works. I mean, what do you think that that is the value here in what it's doing for you? I mean, you said it's passive income, but explain how you got into it, what you did to sign up, and how much loans you're making, and some of the returns that you've gotten so far.
All right. When I signed up, I didn't sign up under a sponsor, and I also didn't accept any referrals. On my YouTube page, I have something called My Bitconnect Journey. My initial investment was $420. I didn't even put in a lot, right? And the purpose was to see if I can actually make money off the platform without dealing in referrals.
You broke up on us,
Any
Jedi Knight.
indirect.
Yeah, he's breaking up. Is everybody else
too
good?
bad. He was about to get to the juicy part.
I know. Oh man.
He's leaving. The suspense is killing me, man. All right.
Sorry about that.
All right, you're back.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of went out there for a second. So, as I said, it was $420, and about 2 months I made that amount back. And once I did that, then everything from there was within profit, and that's when I started to entertain like referrals and so forth.
Okay, so you're the one that actually made your money back, the $400. So what's stopping you from putting $100,000 into the program?
Because that would be a bad investment.
Okay, but $400 is a good investment, and you made your money back in 2 months. But $100,000 is a bad investment that you would probably make even faster back and more.
All right. I mean, you don't try your best to put all of your eggs in one basket. You know, at the end of the day, what you're looking for is an opportunity to establish passive income. And also, given the nature of the platform, you're able to compound interest. What's the point of me trying to put in $100,000 into a platform when I'm trying to establish $100,000 off of the platform? It's like an exercise in futility. If something goes wrong, right? Because I'm not, a Bitconnect defender. I just don't agree with a lot of the indictments that are, swung around within the community. But I can think logically about it, and I think there are certain things that I hear that are valid questions. But back to my point,
this is a trial.
What's the point of me trying to put in $100,000 when I'm actually trying to gain money from the program? You don't put in.
So you're saying is you don't want to risk any of your money into the program. You want the program to risk their money from wherever they get their money from to pay you out.
It takes money to make money.
Yeah, it takes money to make.
You're asking the platform to take other people's money and risk other people's money to pay you out. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
No. It sounds like you're speaking for me. I didn't say that.
Okay.
What I said is that the platform allows you to compound interest the money that you've initially put in. And then I said, what's the point of putting in $100,000 when I'm trying to establish $100,000? I didn't say.
Okay, so you want to put in very little amount and compound on your interest. Is that the secret? Is that the secret sauce with Bitconnect? Is compounding interest?
I don't. I kind of feel like there's some underlying stuff within your question. I don't mind answering your question, but what I don't want to do is kind of you guide me to where you want me to go.
Okay.
My purpose is to show initially, based on the amount of money that I had, which was $420, what I can do with it. And I did that. And I turned that $420 to $1,500 and something dollars. And that was between the daily interest and the rise of the coin. Because when you get interest, that's kicked into your lending wallet, you don't have to necessarily immediately reinvest it. You can put it back into your Bitconnect wallet. And if you feel like the price is volatile to the upside, then you can take that ride as well. And that's precisely what I did. I'm not trying to cipher, take money from other people or that kind of makes me sound like a nefarious person, and that's not cool.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how Bitconnect works. If they're using compounding interest, where do you think the interest comes from?
Okay. They said that.
The trading bot, or what is it?
Well, that's their primary method of establishing money for the lending program. The lending program is used in order for you to loan out the money for the trading bot, which trades US dollars on the Bitcoin markets. That is what has been advertised.
Okay, and you believe that?
Of course.
Why wouldn't I?
Okay, but have they proven it to you in any way, shape, or form, or you're just taking their word?
I've got my money back.
And getting his principal back, that pretty much proves it.
I got my money back.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
all of you guys got your money back, but none of you are willing to put more than
I've put more
$10,000 into the program.
If I had $10,000 to start with, then I would have did it. When I started, for example, I had $1,000 that I said, you know what? If this money just disappeared tomorrow, I wouldn't even miss it. So that's what I was able to put in. That's what Jedi and he put in 420. He was able to say, you know what? If this shit goes bust, I'm okay with it. And that's what I did.
Same.
Precisely.
All right. So you're all saying is just put a little bit of money in it.
You will get what you put in. You will get what you put in.
I haven't. If I had 50 million bucks just sitting there, I'd bet I'd put $1 million in this. A little bit of money is just relative.
Right.
You get what you put in too.
It's all
man.
relative.
I mean,
it's all relative.
You put in $100, you can't expect to get like thousands of dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, that's what Jedi Knight did. He put in like $420, and he said he got $1,500. Did you reinvest that money back in?
Yeah, I have an active investment of $1,680. The reason why I said 15 something is because I received donations from my subscriber base, people who like my content, and actually sent me Bitconnect coins. And what I did was I made a video showing what was donated to me. I kicked back in a reinvest.
Okay, and where did you get these Bitconnect coins? Who sent them to? How did you get them? Because Eric and I Am English don't seem to have any. How did you procure your Bitconnect coins?
What do you mean?
I went to Bitconnect's exchange and I exchanged them. The way the majority of people do it, because they have an exchange for their coin.
I've sent people Bitconnect coins.
Okay, excellent.
Straight from the platform.
Okay, that's very good. Now, you say you got Bitconnect coins. Are you holding on to them as well? Are you holding on those?
I'm in the lending program.
Okay, so you received them just to put it back into the Bitconnect.
Precisely. My purpose on the platform was to use the platform. If I wanted to get the Bitconnect coins, I could either go to the platform and get them there, or I can go to the various third-party exchanges and buy Bitconnect coins from those exchanges and stake on my wallet. I have a wallet on my desktop, on my Windows desktop, but I keep that open just, to help maintain the blockchain. But I don't.
So, I'll ask you the same question I asked Eric and I Am English. What's the purpose of the Bitconnect coins if you're going to be sending them Bitcoin to begin with?
It's to help facilitate trade. I can go deeper in that if you want.
Yeah, because what I'm not understanding is they say they facilitate trade, but trade against who? Who's buying these Bitconnect coins in order for them to actually make money? You need other people, you need other participants trading into it for you to make a gain. It's a zero-sum game anytime you enter into an exchange.
All right. It's going to take me maybe a couple of minutes to fully explain it. And to start, this is just my opinion. This is not based on what I know for absolute sure. Bitconnect. When Bitconnect started, when Bitconnect started, they had their lending program, and they started with their Bitcoin wallet being transferable directly into loans. The problem with that method is when the loan has been finalized and people are either trying to send their interest or the capital release and transfer it back to Bitcoin, it is an obligation for Bitconnect to constantly hold on to Bitcoin. when they were a smaller company, before they went public and had an ICO, when they was doing this, it was cool because it was really localized in certain aspects of Asia. When Bitconnect decided that they were going to go global, they knew that they needed to have a better way in order to facilitate trade between the platform and the Bitcoin. So what they did, which I believe they did, let me just make that crystal clear. What I believe they did was they established a middleman, if you will, which was their coin, which was Bitconnect coin. Now, this is why I believe it's an ingenious method. When you have Bitcoin and you have Bitcoin going directly back and forth between the lending wallet, the Bitconnect has to hold on to Bitcoin. But when Bitconnect established the coin as well as the exchange, then now they have people during their ICO, they had, maybe about $1 million. And they had people start off with Bitconnect coin. They entered the exchange and then they would trade amongst the users. Because the users are coming into the platform with Bitcoin in order to enter the program, now it's a situation where Bitconnect does not have to hold on to Bitcoins, because anybody who's trying to get into the program are going to trade with people who are in the program trying to come out. So that allows for people to exchange coins. It's the same thing that happens on Poloniex, Bittrex, or any.
Let me ask you real quick. Are you talking about exchange Bitconnect coins for Bitcoin, or are you talking about Bitconnect, or are you talking about Bitcoins for other coins?
No.
Bitconnect for other coins.
I'm talking about
what
was your question?
Like what coins are you talking about being traded? Are you talking about the Bitconnect being traded for Bitcoin, or are you talking about Bitconnect being traded on their own exchange?
I'm talking about Bitconnect. I'm talking about Bitconnect coins being traded on its own exchange with Bitcoins. This is how you facilitate those trades.
Okay.
Well, can I continue? I wasn't sure if you had a question.
No, go ahead.
All right. So in order for them to make sure that they had the ability to have a lot of Bitcoin available to go back and forth, given the potential growth of the company, they just couldn't hold on to a bunch of Bitcoins. So they developed and established an exchange on their website. So there's a sense of liquidity on their platform. Anybody who has loans and they get interest and they want to get out, they transfer their USD to their Bitconnect wallet. If they want to get out of Bitconnect coins, then they hit the exchange on that website, and then they exchange coins based on people who are trying to buy Bitconnect coins to enter the program or whatever they want to do. You have buyers and you have sellers. Now, that gives it a sense of decentralization, because when it comes to the exchange, you're not getting your Bitcoin from Bitconnect. They're only establishing the exchange on their website. But the community is the ones that are establishing and bringing in Bitcoins and selling and buying those two coins on the website.
Okay, so the website is kind of like an exchange, what you're saying, and that triggers Bitconnect to trade on their exchange against Bitcoin. Is that what you're essentially saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Bitconnect is an exchange.
So basically, the participants are basically you guys, and you're kind of loaning your Bitcoin and you're getting paid on that. Is that am I hearing you right?
We are exchanging our Bitcoin for Bitconnect coin in order to submit a loan.
Or use the platform.
Or use the platform. But, primarily if you're going to use the platform, if you have to, use the Bitconnect coins, primarily it's for loans. So when you use that, method and you issue a loan, then what you're asking for is for Bitconnect to put that money within the other pool of money and trade USD on the Bitcoin markets. That's the purpose. And whatever percentages that they make, they take a cut and then they kick back interest rates to you. So for example, if they decide that on a particular day they made 4%, they'll take whatever they take and then they'll kick out an interest payment to the people that pooled the money together.
Basically.
I'm kind of getting an understanding. I'm trying to think about how this thing works. So basically, you give up your Bitcoin on Bitconnect site, right? The website.
Yes.
And then you put out a loan. So you're basically giving them your Bitcoin at that point. And then
no, I'm not. I'm not giving them my Bitcoin. You're not following me. Bitconnect has an exchange. I'm not giving Bitconnect my Bitcoin. I'm giving the user of the Bitconnect platform that's trying to go from Bitconnect coins to Bitcoin. I'm giving that person my Bitcoin. I'm exchanging within the community of Bitconnect.
For what you want.
So say if I Am English, for example, James, say if I Am English has 10 Bitconnect coins and he wants to get...
But here's the thing, you're not making any contact with I Am English or any other participants on that platform to do that. You're relying on Bitconnect to do that.
I'm using Bitconnect's
exchange to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're relying on Bitconnect to find a buyer or a seller or whoever to exchange your Bitcoin for Bitconnect tokens.
The same way.
That's the exchange. That's what an exchange is.
Exactly.
Coinbase, Poloniex, Bittrex, that's what they all do.
Yeah, in order to do that, you're giving your Bitcoins to Bitconnect in order to do that for you. You're not pushing a buy or sell button. You're just making a loan.
No, you press a buy or sell button. If I wanted to exchange my 15 Bitconnect tokens that's in my BCC wallet right now, and I want to sell it, I go down to the BCC exchange.
Well, that's because you're cashing out.
Yeah, if you wanted to cash out, but even when you buy in, if I wanted to buy in, I would say if I want to send 1 Bitcoin to Bitconnect.
Yeah, but you're doing that to Bitconnect. You're not doing it to any other participant.
I always have a few Bitconnect
of course,
tokens up for a selling order at half the price, just in case.
Okay. Well, my point is that none of you are actually doing any of this. It's Bitconnect that's doing it. You're just providing the liquidity.
But no, you can do it on it.
I'm trying to explain to you that is not the point. You've asked this question like 2 or 3 times, and we've answered you, and you refuse to kind of accept the answer. The community within Bitconnect, the people who go to Bitconnect's website and use their platform, use the exchange to facilitate trade between Bitcoins and Bitconnect coins. We are trading amongst the community those coins. And if somebody's trying to get out, they're trying to get Bitcoins. They're getting that not from Bitconnect. They're getting that from users who are trying to get in on the platform. The Bitconnect is only the stage in which the exchange exists. It's kind of like Poloniex. If I'm dealing with I Am English.
Well, I can see on Poloniex the order book. Why can't I see an order book on Bitconnect?
Have you signed up?
I mean, have you tried? Are you part of? And I'm not trying to be,
No, I watch all your videos, and I have not seen an order book on any of your videos that shows any buyers or sellers.
Because I don't do primarily trading. I do loans. I'm doing lending, so I would be the wrong.
If you're lending and you're not doing any trading, and everybody else is lending, who's doing the trading?
I have open orders. And I'm looking at live orders.
Please, Eric,
that you've seen all my videos. What videos have you seen?
Eric's videos. I obviously seen I Am English videos. I haven't seen any of your videos yet, but I will.
Okay, because you said that you've seen all my videos. I just wanted to know what you see.
I'm sorry. I was talking mainly Eric and I Am English, and a little bit of Trayvon James and maybe a little bit of I don't watch too much Craig Grant's videos anymore.
Man, I'm looking at live orders right now.
I'll watch them every now and then to see what's going on with him.
I look at them all day.
I'm looking at live orders right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch
Got
on the Nova
live
exchange.
buying orders, live selling orders.
Well, okay. So you're talking about an exchange that you guys never do a trade for, or
I
If
have
I- if
open
I-
orders right now. I have open orders right as we speak.
okay, you got open
man.
orders, but you just told me you don't have any. I mean, before you literally told me you don't hold any Bitconnect tokens.
I know you've asked me the same question like 10 times, and all of it seems so silly, right? Like it's the same question. I don't even. I have a little bit here. I have a little bit there.
That said, gentlemen,
Is
I'm
it
sorry,
all a
Eric,
gamble?
Here, let me
interrupting you, but I think you are right. We're trying our best to lend ourselves and our experiences and information over to them, but it doesn't really seem that James want to be receptive to it.
No, I'm open. I'm listening to you guys. I'm mainly for the audience here because I'm trying to look at it, and you're nothing like an exchange. I mean, Bitconnect is nothing like an exchange. And the way I see an exchange like Poloniex, where you can even go, you don't have to even sign up. You just go on their website, and you can see an order book. You can go to GDAX. You can go to all these other exchanges. All right, you don't even have to go on a crypto exchange. You can go onto a regulated stock market exchange, and you can see the order books and everything. Right, but you're saying on Bitconnect they have like you're all lending, but none of you are trading.
Because
that doesn't make any sense.
Platform
it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to people who are not interested in the platform.
I mean,
that's like somebody saying
how Bitconnect works, and it works like a black box, and it only seems like you guys are guessing at or trying to explain how it works, but
I mean, it's very simple. I mean, if you've used an exchange, you know how it works. I mean, it's very simple.
Listen, it's a Ponzi scheme. They're making money on it right now, and when it's all over, voila.
Well, Crypto Blood,
get what you can.
Crypto Blood, what do you think? I mean,
I'm gonna sum it up for you.
Like you summed it up right there.
Yeah,
why the fuck are you guys so scared? Just say you're a Ponzi and you're making money.
And you're making money, man. Let's do it.
What's the Ponzi?
Say it, man, because then
if you're saying it's a Ponzi, what's the Ponzi?
It takes more money. It takes new money to fund and pay back people who joined the platform before.
Who has lost money? Who's lost money on Bitconnect?
You don't lose money until you can't get another person into the system.
Seems like there's a lot of people that are upset about it, like they've lost money, and I haven't seen anybody lose any money yet.
No, listen, man, I'm not interested in it. I'm not even. I don't care. I'm just.
But that's how I feel about a lot of coins too. I mean, some of the coins I just don't give a shit about.
Right.
It doesn't make it any worse or any bad or good.
I'm happy you guys are making money. I wish you guys all become millionaires. I really do. I don't wish ill on anybody. But if you
just be careful. Just be careful.
What it is. If you explained it, what it is, then that's what it is, and people participate in it. Like look at MMM. People know that's not going to be a good situation, but people participate because there's a chance.
Do any of you use Coinbase?
Yeah, I do.
Anybody?
Yeah, I do.
They used to be under the same fire when they used their referral program too.
Sure was.
Yeah, but you could use that referral
program. It's a scam. Genesis Mining does it. It's a scam, but people are going there. I mean,
but you don't get. You didn't. Yeah, you got a flat. I think you got a flat referral for that. Like a dollar amount. I don't think it was in a pyramid type of structure, but I've never used it.
With Coinbase, if you put $100 in Coinbase, you were given a kickback of 10%. Not just the referrer, but the referee as well. So the new person got $10 for entering the program. The referrer got $10 for referring that person.
Where'd they get that money?
Exactly.
It's like, come on, dude.
Well, they got their money out of their own pockets from the exorbitant amounts of fees they charge.
So they're earning money.
Well, what I'm saying is, you see how when me and I Am English just posed that question, you guys were able to use your logic and say, we were
able to answer it really quick. We told you it comes from the investors and from their own pocket.
But
I mean, there's no question about where it comes from.
I'm not arguing with you. If you would let me talk, you would see that I'm agreeing with you. But there was just more to that. What I'm saying is, you see how when me and I Am English posed that question to you guys, you quickly had the response,
right?
Which was a logical response,
right?
Given the fact that they charge fees.
Right.
Yet, when people who are in the Bitconnect program are asked similar questions and we give similar answers,
those answers don't. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, it's like,
well, there's nothing.
Okay, so where are the fees coming from your situation? Like, where's it coming? You're all making money and getting loans.
I think it's coming from the bots. They're saying the profits from the bots, right?
If they're trading on a trading bot, but it's not just the trading bot. You got to also understand, at one time, Bitconnect coins was 16 cents a coin, right? How much are Bitconnect coins today?
Well, that's another thing is if you see the price of Bitconnect coins going up, why aren't any of you actually buying and holding Bitconnect coins?
James, that's an irrelevant question.
You make more money off the loan.
Because you all know that Bitconnect coins are worthless. All right, I mean,
they're worthless.
Why. And you're trying to cash out on Bitcoin.
Explain worthless.
It was a pleasure everybody here. I'm gonna, my purpose was to come and answer some questions, but I see that that's not really what's going on here. James Bond, I appreciate the time, brother. Thank you.
Hey, before you leave, tell people where they can find you. I Am English.
All right, bro.
Just hit me up, man. Just type in I Am English. You can find me.
Yeah.
Okay, the link is in the description in the bottom. And so if people want to sign up for Bitconnect, they know who to look for. I appreciate you, English. Thank you very much.
Don't do that. Everybody invest.
And also,
they should do their due diligence and do not take any information from people from YouTube. We are not financial advisors. This is the problem when you engage people. When you do that, you kind of, that's bias, bro. And you can get people hurt like that because you're telling them to do financial things that they may not.
Why are you making videos about Bitconnect?
Because I'm using the platform.
That everybody does videos based on the experiences and opinions based on whatever they're into. But at the same time, I always tell people, based on my videos, don't make financial decisions based on my actions. The same reason why I put that information in the description of my videos. The same reason why I don't pump referral codes. That's why, because I'm responsible.
Okay, that's fine. I guess we're gonna. Do you want to end the show, or who else wants to leave?
Who left? Was it Eric?
Yeah, Eric left. He bailed. He got tired of this real quick.
Not surprising. All right, guys.
Well, anyways, all right. I was gonna say, hey, Jet Knight, your link is also in the description box if anybody wants to contact.
This Negro is a fucking crazy idiot. Do you hear this shit? He's saying the Bitconnect tokens are worthless. Again, if you wanted to use the same notion about any of these tokens that are listed on the CoinMarketCap, that would also be the same. It's worth something because people say it's worth something. Because people are invested in those tokens. That's why it's worth something. They wouldn't have a market cap if it was worthless. The market cap is not just a number. It's not just a made-up number. This is real. The same reason why anybody's in Bitcoin, anything, is to try to make a profit. That's all it is. Now, if you're trying to argue the fact, he's trying to argue the fact that because he personally does not like Bitconnect, he's going to just make it worthless. That's fine if that's your opinion, if you want to make it worthless in your head. Nobody tells you to get involved with these things. Nobody tells you to get involved with Bitcoin. Nobody says there's a guarantee in any of these coins. If they do, then you probably should not invest in that coin. It's a simple platform that offers a service. You either like it or you don't. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I decided to jump in there. Eric C had shot me the link, and I got in there to want to talk to this dude. I know he was trolling. He's been trolling me for quite a while. So, that was not surprising. But, you know, that's just what happens when you get into a discussion with some of these people, man. You know, they've already got their mind made up, and that's fine. You know, people say Steam is shit too, but Steam has value to me. That's why I use it. If you don't see any value in it, then you don't invest. You don't buy any. It's very, very simple. Same with Bitcoin. It has a potential to go up in value, and based on your holdings, it has a potential to make you more money based on its value. Just like if it goes down tomorrow, it has a potential to lose value. It's the same situation. It's the same thing. It's very, very simple. If you don't like a platform or a token, do not invest in it. Do all the research that you can. And if there is something that just doesn't sit right with you and you can't find the answer to it, then it's best that you leave that thing alone. It's best that you just leave it alone. I've done it plenty of times. And I stand by my gut feeling. I was going to get involved with Chaincoin. I didn't do it. Based on what I thought about the coin. I was like, you know what? The master noding is worth it. But when I looked into the master noding, I was like, you know what? To me, it's just not worth it. I'm not going to do it. And there's been plenty of people who've made tons of money on Chaincoin. Did I lose out? Possibly. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I'm not going to get involved with something that I don't feel comfortable with. I'm not going to get involved with something that I have questions about that can't be answered. That's really it. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that live stream. You know what I mean? That discussion. You know what I'm saying? It was, like I said, I know the guy was a troll, but sometimes if you're going to be in front of the public, you got to be willing to be scrutinized or ask questions by the public. And he's asking us questions as if we're diplomats of Bitconnect, like we work for them. I don't work for them. I know the amount of information that I have obtained on that platform. And for me, it is enough for me to be involved with it. I see the value. If you don't see the value, then you just leave it alone. Appreciate it, Rox. What's up, Jedi? What is up? Let me let's see. I was gonna say, hey, Jedi, I was gonna say if you can open up a Google Hangout and we can chat it up about this craziness. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, when you're looking at the platform, okay, I understand when you're looking at Bitconnect, there are aspects of how they advertise themselves using specifically the most lucrative part of that platform, the referral system. It's standard pyramid, just like any other place does that implements a pyramid type program for that platform. Right then and there, that will either throw a lot of people off and say, I ain't getting involved with that, because pyramids do have a negative connotation to it. People see pyramids, they're like, oh, hell no. Nah, you don't even really have to explain it, because people know what it is when they see a pyramid. But if you stop all of your research right then and there based on something that you see, then you're not doing yourself a favor. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see something, you need to do your research on it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. And if that is the reason that you completely are against it, then that's a very valid point. But to go on and say, oh no, it's a pyramid scheme, without doing the actual research on that particular platform, then you're actually wrong. You know what I'm saying? This platform of YouTube and social media is very, very powerful. You know what I mean? You can influence a lot of people into going many different ways. And because many people don't do their due research and have their own formed opinion on things, sometimes that all they need to do is get onto a platform and listen to people like myself, or listen to that dude, James Bond, or whoever it is, Craig Grant, Trayvon, anybody, and say, you know what? I don't really have the time. I don't want to put in the time to actually research anything. I'm just going to go based on what they say. And I'm going to get involved. And then something happens, like the eCoin Plus shit that happened a while back with like Crypto Nick. He has a lot of people that listen to what he says. And when he says, hey, go get on eCoin Plus, a lot of people aren't going to do that research. They're going to say, you know, he's a stand-up dude. You know, he's in it. I'm going to go get in it. And then the shit goes down and you don't hear a word from the dude. And you have all these people that are angry because they themselves got involved with something that they did not do research on. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, 69? What's happening, brother? So, you know, that's what it is, man. You know, you have to really do research when you're getting involved with these coins, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's here saying that Bitconnect or any platform, Steam it, is going to go down or can't go down. You know, it's not the Titanic. Anything at any given moment can disintegrate. You know what I mean? You can have the best working platform, the best working everything, and something comes along and can destroy it. You know what I mean? You just have to, you know, I heard something from Eric Thomas that made a lot of sense to me. He said a quote. He said, what did he say? Take advantage of the opportunities of a lifetime, or the lifetime of the opportunities. And that made a lot of sense to me because there are a lot of opportunities that come along that you may get into or you may get into very late. And the opportunity doesn't stay around for long. You know, if you got there in the beginning and you took advantage of the opportunity or the lifetime of the opportunity, you're going to win. Get in the middle and, you know, it runs its course and you don't get that much profit with anything, not just crypto. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, you didn't get the full lifetime of that opportunity because you got in late. You know what I'm saying? You just have to start recognizing what it is that's it's an opportunity to you. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Send you a chat link. Let me see if I can create one real quick. Let me see if I can create a hangout real quick. Let me see if I can create all right, Jed, I'm gonna email you the link again. The new link. All right, I just shot you the link. Your email. Let me know when you get it. Crypto Trading Pro. I love Crypto Trading Pro, man. Raj is my dude. I watch Raj like almost every morning, man. Yo, what's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All right, that's what's up, man. Man, it's about time we actually got a chance to do one of these.
Yeah, you over there? You over there on the other side of the pond, man.
Oh yeah, actually, I'm on this.
Was that echo good?
Yeah, it was the echo. I had to exit out.
Yeah, it's that was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
That's what happens when you got people that they camouflage their intentions. He had no intention on actually hearing about Bitconnect. He had an agenda to push.
Yeah,
and that's what he wanted to push.
About that is when you have guests to your hangout and you have a subscriber base and you're trying to get information, the best thing to do is to allow your guests to speak. Don't try to guide the conversation to your personal conclusion, because that's not how people gain information. And people who can comprehend and follow can see that.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did he ask us?
He asked the same question over and over again, man.
Like, they answered the question like 3 times. I know you heard it because I heard it.
He wanted nothing to do. Basically, what he was trying to do was, I don't know if he was trying to get people to slip up. Again, I don't work for Bitconnect. I just use the platform. Based on my knowledge of the platform, based on the information that we've gathered as a community, for me, I feel like it's valuable. If you don't feel that way, then it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, and
you don't need to throw slander about something that you don't know into a mix, because now you're ignorance, you're spewing ignorance. You don't know what you're talking about, and then you're throwing out false information, and it does nobody any good.
He went even further and tried to associate me with being a thief.
Basically,
you know, it's like to say that, well, I'm stealing from customers. Like, even if that's the way you felt Bitconnect operates, right? Me as a customer on the platform and using it based on the terms and conditions that were set that I agreed upon, that is the way I've been operating on the platform. To make it seem like me or anybody else who's using the platform are using nefarious practices in order to siphon liquidity from other, customers and make them out to hold the bag. It's like, how do you have guests on your hangout and you basically not just associate them with a Ponzi scheme, but basically call them criminals?
No.
He doesn't understand what he's saying.
He doesn't. I'm gonna hit up Brah John real quick. The dude is nuts, man.
Like, I don't even have a problem with him, thinking that it's a Ponzi scheme. People have their own opinions
of course,
about everything. But when you're asking questions and people are answering, like how many times we had to answer that the exchange question, like it wasn't hard to really understand that.
And before you even came on there, he asked, it's not. He said something about, it's not a part of any other exchanges. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's a part of other exchanges. Well, why is it not part of Poloniex? Why is it not part of Bittrex? And you touched on that in your video today that I watched.
Exactly.
People think that, if it's not on Poloniex, if it's not on Bittrex, it ain't legit. Okay.
Yeah. And when all your videos, that's why I asked him, what videos did you watch? Because I did a video today on that very subject. So you didn't watch anything that I did. Right? and the last thing, when we're all exiting, because it was a hostile environment. It's like, look, I don't got time for that. I thought that this was like a community thing, that you're just trying to get some explanation on something that you would like more information on. That's the way I like to operate, right?
Yeah.
But, before we leave, and he's telling his subscribers, look, if you want to join Bitconnect, this and that, these are the people you go to. It's like, look,
throwing
man,
shade.
You're gonna get people hurt doing that.
Like, don't join Bitconnect based on no research.
Yeah.
Don't.
And in English, this is why I've become so careful with these YouTube videos, man. When I put my stuff in that description, and I make sure I don't say a word about it, because if somebody goes and they hit donations or hit the referrals, that means you knew 100% what you're doing. Because when people are winning,
Oh, it's
people feel like when they lose, they want to pass that loss to you so bad.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly. And they did that with the Crypto Nick thing. And that's what I was saying. I was like, you see,
like, how you gonna blame a 12-year-old? Are you kidding me?
I'm like, dude, you know,
Listen to a teenager.
I can understand that you're upset, but the fact that you put your hard-earned money into something that you had no idea about, you only went on the word of somebody that you follow on social media that you don't even personally know. that explains your level of, you're a noob. If somebody, then I should be able to come up to you on the street and just say, hey man, give me like $100, man. I'm gonna go around. I need to do something, but when I come back, I'll give you a little bit of interest on top of that. And you just gonna stand there and let me walk away with your money? That's crazy. People don't want to be responsible for their own choices, man.
And my bad, when I asked to be entered to the chat, I came into your live chat about 15 minutes after it started. I thought that you were running that chat.
No.
I didn't know it was his.
No.
I would have maybe second guessed that, but
man, no, it wasn't my No, it wasn't my platform. I had just shot a video on my phone, and because my wife and my two girls, they're at church camp. They have a church camp this week, and so I got my son and put my son to sleep upstairs, and I was just watching TV, man, sitting on the couch, and then Eric C emailed me and said, hey, you got to come into this chat with these fools. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what fools? What are you talking about? And he hit me up with the link. So that's when I joined. I joined in there because he was trying to get me in a chat like earlier this week or this weekend or something, and I was like, dude, you ain't paying me. If I got time, I'll make it.
Yeah, I know I've heard of James Bond one time. I recently got in contact with Ozzy, the guy that was in the room for a second. And I like his YouTube page. He's a bit skeptical on it, but the man, he thinks, he's logical, and I came across a live stream from him by mistake, and James Bond was in there. And it was funny because James, once he realized that, I, am in Bitconnect, we had the conversation, and Ozzy was like, yeah, you got to understand James Bond is a troll. Like he already has a style about him, and that's cool. But it's like, man, at least let a brother talk. I'm not telling you to agree with us.
Exactly.
But,
I'm like,
how many times are you going to ask us about the exchange until we say what you want us to say, that it's a Ponzi scheme? It's like, bro, just take it for what it is. It's an exchange.
The fact that he's acting like he doesn't know what an exchange is just blowing my mind. What I meant to ask him, what I wanted to ask him was, do you have any crypto? Because anybody with that level of speculation or just hesitance about anything, I can't picture him being involved in crypto.
I actually wanted to ask him a question because you guys had lightly got into the ICO thing. And after he spoke about Bitconnect, my thing is, why is it that everybody is so up in a coin that started off with an $800,000 market up to 400 million without a white paper, right?
Without a white paper.
Yet nobody sees a problem with Tezos establishing $240 million.
Crazy, dude.
And the only thing that they have is a white paper. Like, they don't have anything in the public, and they was able. It is the highest crowd-funded situation in human history. Nothing has had a higher crowdfunding in the world in history than Tezos. You telling me that Tezos really needs $230 million?
Of course not.
To run a coin, or is that based on greed? So if you want to talk about scams,
they had an open cap.
I see. It's ridiculous.
They had an open cap. And getting more money than you need actually hurts the coin when it hits the exchanges. You know what I mean? You have all that money, man. It's going to make those coins go down. You saw it with Status. You see what Status looks like now, right?
From the time that coin was 16 cents, all the way up to what they're doing today, and yet nobody has nothing to say about Tezos and Status and all of these other coins that basically transferred ICO coins that were meaningless,
basically,
for Ether, and then they started to cash out of Ether, something that actually has value. You're kidding me?
They're selling people on proof
of
concept, man. It's ICO is a proof of concept. You're taking a gamble. You can win big, but you know, sometimes you don't win big.
And because the ICO is unregulated, if they decide that they can't go public, all of the Ether or Bitcoin,
oh yeah, that's theirs. It's theirs.
You get to keep it. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's theirs. Like I said, in 6 months, if Tezos says, you know what, look, hey, guys, we're not ready to come out yet. We're gonna push it back another couple months. All they gotta do is keep stringing you along, and then they can just say, you know what, it didn't work out.
And you know what we're gonna be doing?
Everybody's
cashing out our interest on Bitconnect.
Yep.
Facts.
What's up, bro? John? What's going on, man?
What's going on? What's going on, brother?
My bad. I was talking so much, didn't even realize you was in the chat, man.
No, because I like to listen. I like to learn. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from you, Jedi, and I Am English. I learned a lot. You know, I got to stay in character, you know, because I like to explode a lot. But you got to stay in character. You got to stay in character because once you explode, that's when they got you.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what they want. He wanted in that debate. It turned into a debate. It was like a trial. You said it best. You said, "Man, this is a trial."
It was a trial. Yeah, you on trial.
He basically wanted somebody to act a fool and just
but we
just
can't
be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Can't do that.
The best way to show skeptics, man, is to show them with results.
That's it.
You can't. That's why I said, man, I kind of gave up on trying to convince people, bro. I can't convince you with words because I'm just gonna show you what I do, and you can make your own judgment.
Facts. That's facts.
Whether you decide to join or not, I mean, it really don't matter to me, unless unless you're coming on as a referral under me. But it's too many people trying to get in Bitconnect with one foot out the door before they even get in.
I saw that video. Yeah.
Too many people, man. Yeah, nah. If you're not in it for the right reasons, you don't need to be in it at all. That's any coin. It don't matter what coin you invest in. You know, I mean, I was crying. I was crying looking at my other tokens this past 2.5 weeks. That just progressively got worse and worse. Like Golem, all that stuff went down, man. I'm just like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the choice I made. I'm gonna hold on till it go back until it go back up.
Exactly. Yeah, Golem's pretty cheap. Yeah, so yeah, you can get a lot of that.
You know, so people walking around this space acting like there is a particular coin with a guarantee. Everybody's looking for guarantees, and there ain't no guarantees in none of it.
And you know what's so crazy about that statement as well, English?
What's that?
When they talk about our speculatory ways about Bitconnect, it's actually not speculatory because the Bitconnect is a coin that represents a service. How many coins do you know that have a service that the people who are in the coin actually use the service? There's only a few of them. Bitconnect, Steam, people are on Steam. Like how many of these big coins like Ripple, for example, how many people have Ethereum and don't write contracts?
Exactly.
People own the coins for speculatory.
Yep, for value.
So for people to act like that, it's like step back and get out of the forest. Step out of the forest so you can see the trees. You have a platform here, and you're saying that it is not valuable to you. Of course it isn't because you're not in the platform.
You're not in the platform.
Like people who are outside of the crypto space see zero value in Bitcoin.
Exactly.
But people in the crypto space see value in Bitcoin.
Exactly.
It's like it's not hard to follow this.
It's really not, man. And the thing is like he kept trying to like point on specific things with Bitconnect, and it's like Bitconnect has so many avenues of use. If you are a person that just likes to hold coins, like any other coin that you can buy, and you're just gonna wait for the value to rise so you can sell off or trade or whatever you want to do, you can do that. You want to stake, you can do that. If you want to mine it, you can do that. If you want to use the lending platform, you can do that. If you're just in it for the referrals, you can do that.
And when he
so many different ways.
when he talks about Ponzi schemes, it's like you associate it with like these other programs where when you enter that program, in order for you to eat, you have to get other people involved.
Exactly. And it's not like that.
I didn't have to do that whatsoever to make my cash back at all, and have proof of it, and I documented it via video. And like you just said, English, there's a plethora of ways for you to be engaged in Bitconnect and make money, whether you got the coins in staked or if you mined,
Yep.
if you did the loans, if you decided that you was going to go the referral avenue, there was a plethora of ways to do it, right? But you can't, they don't want to hear it.
No,
It's
they don't
kind of
want to hear
like
that.
when you want something to be false or someone to be guilty, nothing
they can say nothing they can say can change your mind. You've already formulated your justification on how you feel.
And that's why we shouldn't be in the business of convincing people, just putting out the information that we know best. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, but this is based on our experience, what is occurring. We're not telling you to do it. But when I tell somebody I put in $420 in your responses, well, if you made your money back, why don't you put in $100,000?
I'm like,
well, that was a stupid investment. Why would I over leverage myself like that?
Exactly.
Like just from an investment standpoint, that's moronic, right? You don't know my financial status. Maybe $100,000 is my entire savings, right? Why would I put all my eggs in one basket? It's you can't entertain that, and that was my fault for even trying.
No, but he was poking. He was looking for. He was trying to get a rise out of people, man. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I was trying to push to him was even if you didn't, you don't even have to be. Was that?
What I should have did was I should have asked you, was that your chat? Were you the host? And I said I'm gonna ask next time because I know better now.
No, that's why it is what it is. Like I was trying to tell the dude, you don't even have to create an account on the Bitconnect platform, be involved with Bitconnect. You can just go to one of the exchanges that trades Bitconnect and just buy Bitconnect and hold it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you don't even have to do that.
Yeah,
you can just set up a mine and you can get into
you can just mine it.
Coins.
Yeah.
You never have to touch the platform or an exchange.
You don't have to do any of that. This dude, man, I was just shaking my head. I was like, come on, man. Get out of here, man.
He reminds me a lot of myself back when Bitcoin was at 20.
Oh man, yeah, I remember that.
And I was talking about, I was pointing the finger out, dude, I was being uninformed. And I remember when Bitcoin fell from $28 to around $2, and then it bounced up to $8. And all those, it wasn't a lot of people, but it was a couple of people that was in the gold and silver community that was into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Dude, I was laughing at them. About a year and a half later, I was humbled. I watched it go to $1,800, and I looked like a moron.
Same thing, man. When I heard it, when it came out, I didn't even know. Like there was nobody. I didn't even really care to do the research, but I was just like, how do you even get Bitcoin? I don't even know how you buy it. And everybody that was telling me about it, they couldn't really tell me either. Yeah.
What I did. I said, look, this is not gold. It's not silver. I don't care what you got to say. This is a scam. That was my mentality.
Mine as well.
And then the price rose above gold to silver.
Exactly.
Dude, it broke my heart.
That's when you had to look at it.
It broke my heart.
Yeah.
Insane, man. But yeah, that was crazy, man. I didn't know it was gonna end up like this. Shoot, like I said, man, we might have to. What time is it over there, Jedi?
It's 10:14.
10:14 on you on the East Coast, and what about you, Jedi Knight?
Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, see, yeah,
I've been on vacation.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're in Germany. You what?
Yeah,
man. 7 hours, 7, 8 hours. Or depend on where you at in Germany too.
I appreciate you for putting in work and coming on the panel so early in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, dude, one thing about Europe, let me tell you guys, anybody who lives out here, they definitely know when you get vacation out here, it's not like
man, yeah, it's like a month.
Yeah.
I've been on vacation for my job since June 16th. I don't go back till August 2nd.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved it out there, man.
Gee whiz.
It's crazy out here.
Where you at? I was in Rhineland Fast, so.
I'm in a small town called Lingen.
Linden?
Lingen.
Oh, Lingen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was down there in Kaiserslautern. That's where all the military bases are, so most of them anyway. Yeah. That's where I was.
I just been all over the place
K-Town.
since that time.
I loved it. I love being ahead of everybody else. Got that news quick.
And it's an awesome country too, man.
Oh,
Let me tell you,
it's an amazing country, man. I love Germany.
Yeah. Once I started traveling outside of the States, man, when I got back to New York, man, the first thing I started telling people was, get a passport, bro.
Yeah, definitely get your passport.
You got to broaden your horizons.
You can't learn about the world from other people.
From other people in your spot.
Not at all.
For real. Because I got here and it shocked me, man.
It's a little culture shock.
Yeah. I mean,
my wife was culture shocked because she,
Is your wife originally from the States or is she from
Germany? No, she's from Houston. We're both from Houston.
Oh, all right, cool.
So, but when we went, it was more culture shock for her. But,
I'm surprised you went because I would have been scared to go because I got a feeling I would have been lost and I couldn't read the words or the street signs.
You learn it.
I wouldn't know what to do.
You learn it in time. I mean, when we first got there, we on the Autobahn. And I'm like, well, what is that exit? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, it ain't no worse than being in like Japan or something where you got to read kanji symbols and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, it's very intimidating when you just get dropped into another culture and you just got to figure it out. But you'll be amazed how fast you learn and pick up on language and culture.
Yeah.
When you get fully immersed into another culture, it's crazy.
You dive right into it. You give it about a month or two and you'll be okay. That's what I needed to do.
Trust me, I think I learned most of my German from riding in the back of taxi cabs, man, back and forth from like clubs and stuff and bars.
Yeah, man. With my small town, man, I get to walk everywhere, like from the club to bar hopping and the Centrum, the center. Everything is right near, man. Once you go out to the biggest cities, so like Hamburg or something, it's much different. In Hamburg, you go up to St. Pauli, it is madness out there.
Madness, hold on real quick.
They got a place called Hamburger?
Hamburg.
Oh, Hamburg. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a wild city. They got a section in Hamburg. It's called St. Pauli. And it's madness out there.
St. Pauli. Got it. Why is it madness? What are they doing? They drinking and prostituting?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Dude, they got the pros out there. I mean, this is like a family-friendly, show. I kind of wanted to leave it like that. Yeah, it's kind of flagrant out there. My first time going out there, I was with the wife, and I left a restaurant, and I just stopped to tie my sneakers. I look up, there's this woman with her fanny pack in front of me, and it looks like she's eyeing me. Oh. And then my wife is like, "Yo, she's a pro," and I know my wife don't know what a pro is. So I'm like, "What? What do you mean a pro? Like a pro? She's like, "Yeah, she's a pro." I'm like, "Babe."
Oh man.
Yeah, man, it's kind of like Vegas out there a little bit. Like they have like these strips where like only men can go down these strips, and they got like the windows open. Not Vegas, it's more like it's like Amsterdam out there in many ways.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no problem.
Gotta pick up.
Yeah, I was out in Amsterdam in February, and it is wild. For real. And you got to be careful what you're looking at too, man. I looked and I was like, oh, okay, let me go across the street. That actually was a woman.
Wow.
Yeah, like Amsterdam, man, it's a different world, bro. okay, I got to do in October. I'm going to Rome, but I'm making my way all throughout Europe right now. All right, cool. Yeah. John, have you been out to Europe?
No, never been to Europe. Furthest I went was I mean, I'm from Florida, so furthest I went was California, and I don't have my passport yet, but it's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. You know, most of the people I know are military, so they've been around the world. They tell me the stories, you know, about and what's this? What is it? It's it's one particular place they told me about where people they
I'll be
have
right back.
Balu. They told me about the Balu and the girls on the streets and so many things they seen. And they had to take shots of penicillin when they got back. Yeah.
I try to tell people, look at the menu, never order, bro. You look at them, not touch them. You know, you mess around and take something back home that you end up giving it to to your lady, and it's never a good look. But you go out and have a good time. That's what I did in Amsterdam, man. And it's wild out there. And once you get out the train station at the red light district, if English was there, he'll tell you all you do is smell weed everywhere. Like people
Wow.
are smoking, and this girl is like pushing a baby carriage, but everybody is no cigarettes.
Oh,
Everything is weed, and I'm like, they are really doing this out here. Like you hear the
that's
story,
crazy.
but when you really go out there, they are really living that. And one thing that I've noticed, right, because people are so like high, everybody's calm. So in the red light district, it's a city. You got millions of bikes, millions of cars, but I did not hear on everything I love. I did not hear a car honk a horn one time out there.
Wow.
Right, I'm back. I had to go check on my
Super
son.
calm, yeah, I would highly recommend, John, get a passport, bro.
Yeah, I will. I will. But I just got the fear of just going through the airport here and
Oh, I feel you on that.
yeah, and everything they gotta do to you and violate you and all of that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's unfortunate too, because me being out of the country and going different places, I realized that it's real tough getting back into the country, or just going from place to place within the states. It's just like going through the machines and they tapping you down, and it's like, stop touching me, man. I don't know. But that's just the nature of things. But
Yeah,
once
it
you get
is.
out and go to other places, man, like I was in where was this? It wasn't Switzerland. It was another country. Dude, I was able to walk into the airport. I was in my airport seat, my airplane seat in like 15 minutes. It was ridiculous. No problems whatsoever. The country escapes me, but I always remembered that. And no, I wasn't on the airplane in 15 minutes. I was past the gate and in the area to wait for the plane within 15 minutes. It was as if I just walked in, I gave them my luggage, got my ticket, and went past the gate. No problem whatsoever. What country was this?
You must have got in quick.
Yeah.
I never had any problems getting around from country to country, man.
Yeah, I've never had a problem. I've had more issue in the States.
Oh yeah, there's way more issues there.
Anywhere in the world that I've ever been. And I know the country, it was Iceland. Last October, when I went to New York to visit family, when I came back, me and my wife stopped in Reykjavik, I think the name of the city is in Iceland, and we stayed there. We went to go to the Blue Lagoon, and coming and leaving Iceland to go back to Germany, it took me about.
Yo, you there?
I think you cut out again.
Well, I'm gonna stick this in real quick.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say I remember the place that most of the army people told me about the craziest stories came from the Philippines.
I haven't got a chance to go there. Sure, it's wild though.
Oh man,
I've heard about the Philippines, and I heard that you got to be single going out there, bro.
I'm telling you, all the stories I hear is just crazy. They tell me, and then they're happy about these stories. You know,
Yeah.
they're happy. That's where the penicillin come from. Because when they told me that they had to take the penicillin, that's when they went to the Philippines.
I get that shot. No, when I was there in Germany, a lot of the people would go vacation down in Thailand because, you know, the baht. It's like going to Mexico. Your dollar and the euro there is so strong.
Yep.
You can just buy what you want, man, and cheap.
Where was that at?
In Thailand.
Thailand. Okay.
Yeah, they use the baht, and that's their currency, and it's the baht to the dollar is just nuts, or it was nuts. And everybody would go there, get a lot for your money. You'd be like that movie, You'd be like there, like they was out there like the movie Hangover, man. Acting crazy, man. To the point where I remember they had to ban anybody to go there, and that was military for like 6 months. They just had too many issues. People getting in trouble over there.
I can see that happening.
True. Another country that I hear is really cheap when it comes to the conversion rate is Colombia. You can do a lot of things out there in Colombia.
Never been, but it sounds fun.
You can go there for $2,000 and you can be out there for damn near a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out there like $5,000. You can, live well and be out there for like a month, partying up, everything, and you only spent, a few $1,000s.
That ain't bad.
And that including, flight, everything. It's super cheap out there.
And there's one place on my radar. Got to go to Brazil at some point.
I was gonna bring that up because someone told me about Brazil, and he can get a steak dinner with a drink and all of this for about $20 US. You know, and he just told me that, but I don't know if it's true. But I still didn't look it up too much because I'm active in a couple of not active, but I follow and subscribe to a couple of channels, like self-aware and self-protection channels. Yeah. And I see all of the pickpocketing.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous there.
Yeah, and people they come up on you with the little motorcycle or the moped or the scooter, and two people on the scooter. I'll have to be watching my back in Brazil because I don't want two people to pop up on me on the motorcycle and with the gun to my head and take my money and my funds or take my life.
They'd be taking everything. Remember when we had the World Cup down there not too long ago?
Oh yeah, they were finding bodies,
the Olympics, man,
arms and legs on the beach.
People were getting robbed left and right.
They had so much security and law enforcement to guard the border to keep those people out.
It was crazy, man.
But I don't think Brazil is a place you want to go if you're married.
Nah.
I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of good-looking women there.
Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, like the gym is like church in Brazil. Like they are tight out there. They take their their exterior seriously, their beauty and like the women, but they're all naturally beautiful to begin with. But they really try to keep it tight.
Yeah, leave it to me to tell you that most of them started off black, anyways.
Yeah,
why they're so tan.
We got a lot of our people down there.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're dark, just like Cuba. They're dark.
Yeah, there's a lot of history behind that.
Oh, there's a lot of history.
The real popular Brazilians, they see like the fairest skin, but a lot of the Aborigines and all, they don't really get
Aboriginals.
I ain't never seen no white person call themselves Aboriginals anywhere on the planet, bro. Everywhere they went, they saw me there first.
That's true. You go to the Miss Universe or the pageants, they always put the fair skin ones up there.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to show you the real,
That's everywhere. India, everywhere, man.
Yeah,
they do that.
And when you read the history books, I give them the answer that they want to hear, but I'll be knowing better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They ain't gonna give you the real history in the books.
Yeah, they had. Man, I don't want to get into because I love.
That's gonna be another. That's gonna be another podcast, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I love the conscious community, but they like to down black people. Oh, you dirty, or you this, or you that. You uneducated, but they don't even know there were black people in Rome that taught people how to take baths.
We were everywhere.
You know, the Moors, they taught you how to take baths. There were black people in Asia. You know,
And they still there.
Everywhere. Yeah, they are. They are, but they won't show you that.
Nah, they don't
But
want.
yeah, you're right. That's another podcast.
Yeah.
That's another podcast.
All right, fellas. Look. We can keep this going. My wife about to get home.
Okay.
And I know. It's gonna be family time.
Yeah, definitely do your thing. You're super late my time anyway.
Nah, we gonna have to get together.
Oh,
we gonna just have to do something.
You guys are cool.
We're gonna have to do something where we just putting out some information, man. It's entertaining.
Yeah, definitely.
You know
I mean, you got my email in
I got
English.
both of you.
Brother John, you know, y'all are tight. You can pass him my email address. We can set up something, man. It's not a problem.
Oh, no doubt.
Definitely.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. It was crazy, but hey, man, you know, facts is facts. You know, don't try to cover them up with nothing. Opinions.
Hey,
I don't like opinions, man.
You are a criminal for taking those interest payments.
Yeah.
That's all criminals now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But we'll be back with something else, man. We know you guys and girls love it. So again, I'm gonna shout out these two gentlemen. Jedi Knight, where can they find you? Everybody knows you on this platform, but Steam it and whatnot. I'm gonna try to get you guys' y'all's links in the description too. But just let everybody know what you do, where to find you.
Yeah, you can find me on steamit.com/@JediKnight. That's the best way to do it because, you know, you have the @JediKnight at the end. My YouTube, I'm not able to really change that and customize the URL. But if you put in Jedi Knight, my page should come up. I have, you know, 2 different pages. One is like strictly for gaming. So if you come across that, that's the incorrect one. But yeah, either that or you can just, you know, check out the link in the description of this video. And I Am English will have my YouTube link there. And, you know, definitely, yeah, it was a pleasure and an honor to speak with you guys and chop it up with you.
Appreciate it, Brah John. What's going on? Let them know what you do.
That was well said. I gotta follow that up. All right. Well, first off, it's Brah John. It's Brah John on YouTube. Not currently on Facebook, but definitely YouTube. You can look up Brah John, and you'll find me there. And my crazy content, how I go about it in my own words. So that's basically all I have to say about that. How they can connect with me.
You on Steam it?
Yeah.
John F.
Davis. John F. Davis Jr. John F. Davis Jr. That's when I came out on Trayvon and Craig Grant's platform in their chats, and I've been screaming out crypto gang.
Yeah.
But I realized that there was another dude came on a month later and he named himself Crypto Gang. But but my name is really John F. Davis Jr. on Steemit, so that's how you can find me there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get those links in the description. And appreciate you guys having us. Appreciate you guys coming on the platform. You know, this was like literally the last minute. I was like, shoot, we gotta talk. We gotta connect. So
yeah, I appreciate you facing the wolves like that.
Hey,
I
man.
really do. That's gang. That's gang right there. You face the wolves. Look them right in the eyes. That's how the wolf don't attack you. You got to look the wolf in the eye. and then what to do? It walk away, back up from you.
That's basically what he ain't had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll be back with some more, guys. Appreciate everybody else coming in the chat. DJ Face, Janet Johnson, Amazing Prophets. There's a lot of people. I didn't shout you out. Appreciate you coming. And keep coming back. Make sure you hit everybody's YouTube up. Follow us all, man. We all got great content. And keep supporting. But we out. Peace.
Later.